Shalom, family. It's good to see you. Thank you for the super chat, Kid Gravity Beyond. Shout out to you. Shalom to Sister Lisa and the chat. Any day above ground, live it. You got that right. So, y'all, I want to start by saying if you haven't saw my video on Rosa Parks, they're trying to do a Rosa Parks Day as a federal holiday. I want y'all to go over there, watch the video, and comment. You know why? Because they are watching everything that I'm putting out up there on Capitol Hill. They are commenting. They're upset because we're on here talking about not voting. And trust me, they are watching. So, since they are watching us, seize the opportunity to put your comment in the chat. Seriously. You don't have to talk directly to them because trust me, they're coming to us. Oh, yeah, they're watching us like a hawk. Put out there how you feel that you don't like the symbolism. And we are asking for reparations, not another federal holiday. I mean, I guess they want to load the calendar up with holidays. We got MLK Day. They gave us Juneteenth. And now they're trying to give us a Rosa Parks Day. I guess by the time we get to the end of 2024, we'll probably have 4 or 5 black holidays up on the calendar that we never, ever were asking for. So let your voice be heard in the comment section. Trust me when I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, they are watching us. And I did tell most of you during the last 2020 election, someone from Bernie Sanders' camp reached out to me And apparently they had a meeting talking about me because back then I was dragging the hell out of Bernie Sanders, and they pretty much told everybody to ignore me. I was getting to that man. That's what it was. I was getting to him. But yeah, they actually reached out to me and told me they were campaigning for Bernie Sanders, and my name came up in a meeting. So, y'all make no mistake, they are watching the hell out of us. Let them know that you don't want no more holidays. You want reparations. You want them to do something with qualified immunity. You want a crime bill. Just speak your mind in the comment section. That's all I'm saying. Take the opportunity to do it. So there is an update on Jonathan Majors case. It has already begun in New York. And I want you to hear, yes, Jonathan Majors is on trial. Yes, he is. The DA's office decided to move forward with this case. So he is on trial. And I want to go over with you the opening statements. Don't miss this one because it's going to blow your mind. The stuff that came out, okay, it's going to blow your mind. Okay. So let's get into this one, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let me see if I can get that picture up. Yeah. Okay. Okay, they're outside. Okay. Thank you. All right, y'all, let's get started because I think you're going to find this really interesting what's going on in court. A lot of this you have not heard before. We're actually hearing a lot of things for the first time. All right. Okay. Marvel's Jonathan Majors told the ex he accused of abusing, she needs to act more like Michelle Obama and sacrifice for him. Well, this woman couldn't be Michelle Obama to save her mama's life, okay? So she couldn't be that. I mean, I don't know how you date a white woman and then tell her to be more like a black woman. That doesn't make a lick of sense, right? So listen to what her side is saying in this whole thing. All right. Marvel actor Jonathan Majors was so controlling towards his ex girlfriend. He told her she needs to make sacrifices for him, like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama did for their husbands, prosecutors told the jury at the opening of his domestic violence case. Again, I don't see how you can ask a white woman to act more like Coretta Scott King or Michelle Obama. This woman is far from that. She is not even on that level. So let's get into it. So the Manhattan Assistant DA, Michael Perez, depicted Major as an insecure and violent boyfriend who used a cruel and manipulative pattern of psychological abuse against British dancer Grace Jabari in their relationship. That behavior culminated in an attack on the March 25th of 2023. So they said this was in the back of an Uber in Chinatown after Jabari saw a text from another woman on Major's phone, he said. Prosecutors accuse Majors of assault and harassment, alleging that the King the Conqueror actor broke Jabari's finger, twisted her arm, and struck her in the ear, causing it to bleed. The outcome of the ongoing trial is expected to have lasting implications on the career of the Yale educated movie star, which includes Creed 3 and Marvel's Ant Man and the Wasp, Quadromania. So the case promises to touch on major hot button social issues like toxic relationships, domestic abuse, racial iniquities, and stereotypes. The March argument in the back of they said they were riding in a Cadillac Escalade when this fight between them erupted, and they said it happened around midnight when they had went out to dinner and they were heading back to his apartment, and they went to a diner by the name of Walter's Restaurant in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. So some of my New Yorkers may know exactly where that is. As the car moved through Chinatown, Jabari saw a text message from a romantic rival that calls herself Cleopatra, all right, who sent Majors a D'Angelo song and a flirty message. Wish I was kissing you. Wow. So the text sparked a tug of war in the back of the car between, over the cell phone, which Major and Jabari said they both suffered minor injuries from, her pulling back and forth with him over the phone when she saw the text message. Before the opening arguments began, Manhattan prosecutors consolidated the 8 misdemeanor charges against Major. So he had 8 misdemeanor charges, ladies and gentlemen, and they threw out 4 and kept 4 on him. So it's now 2 counts of third-degree assault, 1 count of aggravated harassment, and 1 count of harassment. Jabari was also charged by the NYPD for a misdemeanor assault and harassment. However, remember the DA office refused to pursue it. So she did get arrested, but they would not put any charges on her. So, in the opening arguments Monday morning, prosecutors wove a tale of love that bloomed on the film set and then disintegrated into a jealousy fueled domestic dispute in the back of a car. Majors met Jabari on the set of Ant Man. He sent her his number through okay, so it was like a third party person that took his number from him and gave it to Jabari, according to the assistant DA. The relationship developed quickly, and the two even discussed having children and eventually getting married, according to the assistant district attorney. So, along with those plans, they're claiming that Majors became insecure and angry. Okay. So he began to snap at Grace Jabari and became manipulative, according to the assistant prosecutor. He even threatened suicide in order to control her. And I don't know. Black men usually don't threaten suicide to control a person. I don't know. That just don't sound like something a black man would do, but that's what came out in court. So in June of 2022, she went to a music festival in the UK with a friend where cell phone service was spotty. Perez told the jury. He became angry at her and ordered her to return, the prosecutor said. He told her that she need to be there when he needed her. The prosecutor said that he would shout and throw household items, breaking them during arguments. Wow. So, according to Grace Jabari, he got upset when she went to the pub for a drink with a friend and confronted her. This is according to the assistant DA. And pulled her headphones out of her head, called her stupid. He threatened to end their relationship. I don't know, y'all. And then he told her she need to be more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama and make sacrifices because I am a great man, according to the assistant DA Perez. She need to comport herself in a way he need her to be. Now, Major's attorney, Priya Chandri, did get to speak also. She described Jabari as a woman scorned, angry over an infidelity, and then vengeful that he decided to end their relationship. Now, Jonathan Major's attorney goes on to say she describes her client who has turned heads for his chiseled physique and has sported as a boxer in Creed 3 and an aspiring bodybuilder in magazine Dreams, as a father, poet, devout, active Christian, and actor. Born in California and raised by a single mother in Texas, his talents earned him a fine arts degree at the David Geffen School of Drama at Yale. There was serious talk of an Oscar nomination for magazine Dreams, a major winner at Sundance, Chandri said. His career seemed unstoppable until until what she's saying, Grace Jabari made these false allegations against him. This is what his attorney is saying. The movie, originally planned to be released on December 8th, has been shelved by Searchlight Pictures. In her opening statement, the defense lawyer painted Jabari as a reckless drunk who was living off of majors. She promised testimony from the person that was driving the vehicle, who previously called Jabari a psycho girl. All right. And then we know about, because of my last video, the footage of her dancing in a nightclub on the same night she claimed she had this altercation with Jonathan Majors. I mean, if it was really that bad and your ear was bleeding and your finger were broken, why would you go out to a nightclub dancing? Because she is caught on the dance floor that same night that she had the altercation with him. She went there afterwards, not before the altercation, afterwards. Chandri painted Jabari as the aggressor, driven by jealousy, who scratched Major's face in the back seat, ripping two of his buttons off of his coat and tearing his jacket. The lawyer said that after the two lovers they had their fight, Jabari hooked up with three strangers and went to the club. Now, this club in New York was called Lucy's, where she was caught on video surveillance dancing, buying expensive champagne on Major's credit card, and doing shots. So all of this is on video. And this is after she claimed the altercation happened. Afterwards, the ex-girlfriend came home, called Majors 32 times, and texted him repeatedly. And one of the texts, she said, "I guess you're with Cleopatra right now." Remember, the text was from a woman that went by Cleopatra. So she texted him and said, "I guess you're with Cleopatra right now." Chandri said that she wrote in this text. And then she wrote another text to him saying, "We were supposed to get married. How could you do this to me?" She also threatened suicide. So this is all in text messages to him from her. So he spent the night, and I went over this in my last video, at an Upper East Side hotel. He did not go back to his place because I think he just didn't want to be bothered with her. He was trying to have some time to himself without her being around. So Majors came home and called the police to help her because he found her and she was naked from the waist down, lying inside the closet on the floor at his Chelsea apartment. This is according to his attorney. The injuries were the result of a drunken fall, according to Jonathan Majors' attorney. Initially, she could not recall what happened to her, Chandri said, but came to blame the actor because he ended their relationship. So, in revenge, she made these false allegations to ruin Majors and destroy everything he had worked so hard for, according to his lawyer. So she's saying that he didn't do anything to her. She made all this stuff up because she was mad over this woman by the name of Cleopatra he was interacting with. So she made up this whole thing. So that is what came out in court yesterday, y'all. That is what came out. Interesting, huh? Because I mean, that's a lot of detail that we never heard before initially at all. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the pictures of him walking in the court, Megan Good is right there with him. That's why I'm thinking Cleopatra was probably Megan. But I guess, we'll find that out in time. But I think Cleopatra was Megan because, and the reason why I'm saying this, y'all, is because of how fast he hooked up with her. It was like it wasn't even a month after he broke up with Grace, he was then being publicly seen with Megan. It was not really that long. Yeah, Gerald, I believe that same thing. Cleopatra is Megan. Yeah, you're right. Patty Brown, you said I think it was too because they linked up like a blink of an eye. They sure did. It was immediately. You're right about that. I agree. And I believe she did go into a jealous rage that night when she saw that text message and they were in the back of a Cadillac Escalade and she saw that message and I think that sent her into a rage. Because when you look at that video footage, and I showed it in my last video, he's walking away from her. Like she was with a group of three other white people, and she was talking with them, and he just walked right past. He didn't try to attack her or anything. He just walked right past her. And he kept right on going. And again, if she was so badly hurt from the fight, who goes to a nightclub like that? A bleeding ear, a broken finger, okay, and you were just attacked and you go to a nightclub and then she ran up his credit card getting expensive champagne at the nightclub. she had his credit card. And they said she bought all kinds of expensive champagne when she was in there. And if she was with those other people, I wouldn't doubt that she bought drinks for them on his credit card. So it's interesting so far, and I do intend on following it. And I will give updates as more details come out. I'm sure they're going to be showing the video footage of her, especially in that nightclub, because they said you can see her on the video doing shots and all on the dance floor. And she had her arm raised up when she was dancing, where she claimed on that same hand her finger was broke. And yeah, I mean, if she was heavily drinking shots and champagne at the nightclub, yeah, I could see how she passed out inside his closet. She was probably stinking drunk when she went over to his condo. Ozzy Edwards, it's funny that you bring up Tiger Woods. There was an article that came out like a day or two ago on Tiger Woods saying that Tiger Woods is now having a hard time getting, a date. And I said, "No, he won't. Tiger Woods is a billionaire, right? He ain't gonna have no hard time getting a date." And they said it's because of the way he keeps breaking up with these women. Now women are not touching him. First of all, he prefers white women. We all know that, right? There ain't no white women, a group that's gonna just turn him down. They gonna still go out with Tiger regardless. I don't believe that. I don't believe because of the way he broke up with Erica Herman, he can't get a date. I really don't believe that. I believe those white women will still pounce on Tiger Woods. That's my opinion. I think the article was a load of BS. I really do. I really do. Those women, they ain't gonna turn down going out with a man with money like Tiger Woods. They're not gonna turn that down. They don't care how he breaks up with the other women. I'm just telling you for a fact. They ain't white women too. No, they ain't gonna turn down Tiger Woods. I don't know who were. Maybe that was some butt sore woman that wrote it, but they ain't gonna turn him down. But they tried to make it seem like that in the article. But what one thing I do believe about Tiger Woods, I don't think Tiger Woods will ever marry again. I really don't. I think he'll date with these women and probably fool around with them, but I don't think he'll marry any of them. I think Tiger Woods is going to keep his butt single. I really do. Mhm. Exactly, Ozzy Edwards. You ain't never lie. All right, y'all. So I wanted to give you that update. And if you didn't catch my other videos, they are claiming there's running out of funds for Ukraine to send Ukraine from the US. You know what it is? Those Republicans don't want Ukraine to get any more money from the US because it's been since 2022. That war broke out in February. And I think they are now at the end of their rope with supporting Ukraine. And that's what it's all about. They don't want to send no more money. And those Republicans are fighting it now. So, Joe Biden is not going to have an easy time sending additional money to Ukraine. And plus, I think they're squandering the money anyway. They claim, that the money that was sent got spent up. I don't believe that. I think Ukraine, especially that Zelensky, I think he's squandering a lot of that money. He's skimming off the top of it for himself. So, and then don't forget to see my other video on the useless Congressional Black Caucus trying to push for a Rosa Parks Day. I am not celebrating a Rosa Parks Day. I'm not going to do it. But I will celebrate a folding white chair day when August come. What was that, August 5th? Yeah, I'll celebrate that. Imma put the grill out on that day. White folding chair day, yes, I'm celebrating that. So, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be back with another topic, perhaps tomorrow. Shalom, family.